Okay. We are live. This is September. No, it is not September. It is August 21st. This is Habitat Issue Triage. Let me share my screen. Make my computer even more slower. Why not? And I'm going to go to our board. All right. And so let's start with this one. This is issue number 5429, feature request, log to STD out when supervisor starts successfully. Okay, I remember this coming up. So I think that the motivation here is there was a desire for some kind of a hook, or some kind of an event. Basically, they've got a bootstrapper that's starting up Habitat, and of course, there's a brief bit of time between actually starting Habitat and Habitat being ready to accept requests. And so the ask here was to emit something to STD out that basically said, okay, I'm ready now. There were some suggestions. I know one from myself that was, well, we could absolutely do that, but you could also, wait for port 9632, which is basically, that's what the internal Habitat commands run on. So once 9632 is accepting traffic or accepting requests, all hab commands should are basically awake at that point. There are somebody else brought up some good points that there are some issues with that. I think probably the best point that was brought up here was basically to have essentially, in this case, on Linux system D, emit its own native, its own native messaging protocols to basically say, okay, the service is running, which I think makes good sense. We could do. It's a little bit more work, honestly, to do that around the Windows service, but it's certainly doable. Anybody else here have any comments on that?
I feel like part of the issue here is that we don't yet have a synchronous option for doing the supervisor starting, and that's something that we're talking about, having synchronous commands in general. So I think as something to build on top of that, that seems a little more robust than just like a particular output line.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We can take this issue though and use determine how best to address it.
Yeah, I agree. Let's go. Yeah, the output line it's something, but it seems like we could just certainly do better than that. But I agree. We need something. So let's let me labels here. So this, let's see, where's it all over? Okay, hold on. Feature. I'm gonna say less easy, so that could change. I'll put in Windows and Linux. Rust. And that's it. So if anybody is on the call that can remind me, how is it that cards land in the get from needing triage to the backlog? Is it one of these labels that magically does that?
I think you just changed the pipeline with the gear.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah. Okay. Yay. All right. Okay. Let's see. Another feature request. I remember this. Config partials. I'll let everyone read over this because I don't remember it well enough to really do justice describing it.
Anybody else getting that?
You went sideways with your microphone there.
You might need to reset your microphone or something, Matt.
Oh, I'm sorry. I might need to unmute. How about that?
Oh, wow.
It's weird because, like, when you're sharing your screen, you lose like the whole context of the Hangout. So, like, at any rate, yeah, I was muted. So, to share the words that I previously shared to myself, so this I'll let everybody read over this one. This is about config partials. I remember this coming up, but I don't remember it well enough to describe it. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen. Let's see. So personally, I feel like I need more time to look at this to fully grok this. I don't know if anybody else on the call feels like they've got their head around this.
Yeah, I feel like we don't really have our plan experts here right now, and I would like them to weigh in too.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna just mark this as needs discussion.
It looks like it already has that label.
Oh, okay. I'm just, I'm going to let this one sit here. Maybe after the call, I'll look at this more. I just, I feel like if I had 5 minutes to really like, you know, focus on this, like I might get it, but it was like, we'll move on for now. Okay. My issue is loading. Okay. Update on-prem auth doc for A2. Okay. I think that's pretty safe. Sure. Move that to the backlog. Add some labels here. Is that a doc label? Builder. Easy. Keep it at that. All right. 0 byte. Oh, sorry. Oh wait. Oh, sorry. All right. 0 byte dat file. I thought we addressed this. I thought I remembered something.
I think we did too. I'm not sure if this is the same file or not.
What's this? Maybe someday we'll find out. You can do it. All right. Okay, it's merged. So okay.
Yeah, I think we can mark this presumably
Closed.
by that merge.
Okay. Okay. Have 060 plus SVC status commands incompatible with HAB SUP 059. Okay, well that certainly seems like a bug. I don't know if we've had anybody else confirm that, but it's absolutely, yeah.
I imagine that has to do with the Prost thing that we resolved. So that definitely should come into the backlog, and we can investigate whether.
Okay.
Like,
yeah, I do see it was 60 plus, so maybe it was 61. But yeah, I'll put it in the I'll throw it in the backlog. Launcher, supervisor. Let's leave it at that. Okay, CA certs feature request. Method to easily add additional certs to CA bundle. Actually, do we go? So this is in core plans. Do we include core plans at all in this triage? I'm not sure. I think I should have. I think there's a separate triage for core plans. I filter that out.
Yeah, I sort of thought so too.
Okay. Refresh. Oh. Oh, I removed core, not core plans. Okay. All right. Okay. Install script fails to wait for hab soup to be up before trying to deploy. Wait for the supervisor. We're talking about the install.sh script?
No, that looks like a different script. That's not one that I'm familiar with, that habs.service.
Me neither, yeah.
I mean, if it's part of our code, though, we can definitely investigate that.
You know, I think he might maybe means just have package install. Well, I don't. Yeah, we'll have to investigate this. So I'm gonna just backlog. Oh, this is on-prem builder. Okay, that's why I have no idea what that was talking about. Okay, and I don't think we have any of our builder people here. So, okay, yeah, we'll just, there's a bug. And move on. Just one more. Dynamic runtime configuration. Oh, yeah. This is definitely something that I have felt. So like right now, like at build time, you can pretty much define like what you're going to, what values you're going to expose. Or at runtime, you can do that like via a hab, you know, hab config apply or use automl environment variables, whatever. But they require like some kind of like, there's some kind of knowledge that you have at runtime, and like an operator, you know, or, you know, some person is going to, you know, touch, or, you know, I've actually seen automated process too that automate that have, there's an automated process that runs hab config apply or feed stuff into the user toml. But wouldn't it be cool if just like right from your hook, you could influence the configuration. Definitely, I think this is definitely something worth looking deeper into. I'm gonna put it in the backlog. This is supervisor. Say feature. Say less easy.
That's probably a good needs discussion one as well.
Yeah. What was that needs? Okay. All right. So is this one? Yeah, I don't know what, like, if it's the fact that I'm reading this in front of people that like I just like the words are like going through my brain because it looks like it looks right, but like for some reason I just can't like process it. But that is all the issues that we have. And so I think that's going to be it, unless anybody else feels like there's something I'm missing that we should be talking about or addressing. I'll stop sharing my screen. All right. Okay. Well, then we'll just we will leave it at that. Well, thank you for joining us this week, and we will see you next week for our next triage. I'm stopping the broadcast.